Oh, hello.
Hey there.
How's it going?
Good, man. I'm having a good day. How about you?
I'm also having a good day, so that's good to hear. Uh,
Yeah, good.
yeah, how has Melee
Uh,
been lately? I saw you sent me some diagrams, so this is good.
yeah, I'm opening some M&Ms. Sorry about that.
That's all good.
Yeah. I haven't been playing a whole lot, but I still feel pretty good about like where I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've I kind of experienced that thing. I stopped playing for like a week or two, and then you come back and you're like a little rusty, and you're like, okay, let's let's get it. Let's get back into it. I went into ranked after a little while, after a little bit of practice, and got my ass kicked game after game after game. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get upset. It's just this is just where I am. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know, not not trying to have like expectation, like, oh, I should be better than this. Because I just wanted to see how fast people are playing and stuff. Because I've done it before. I've won a few ranked games, but overwhelming number of losses. Because it's just brutal in there. So anyway, yeah, I played like I want to say like maybe 5, 6, 7 sets, all losses. I almost won one, but
Mm-hmm.
that was like 2 weeks ago. Since then I haven't played a whole lot, but I've been doing unranked since then, just kind of trying to like you know become a little more lagless and like trying to uh, kind of build a better. So like in neutral, I feel like I will struggle to back off. Sometimes if I start going, I don't know when I've lost the momentum, and then I like it's hard for me to recognize when I've lost the combo and I'm about to get like hit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um so sometimes I'll just throw out a bad move or something. And that's just a lack of experience and stuff too, but yeah. I played a Peach, which you saw, and then these are both from the same game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and both times she beat me coming back down with Dare. So I was thinking about that. I was like, so Dare, you know, what keeps happening is like I'm jumping and then she'll either play. So I wrote this thing down. I said play. I did a little play pause symbol next to her floating.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically she's choosing when she unpauses, and it's in reaction to me. So my initial thought, my caveman brain is like, okay, jump at her, or just knock her out of the air, and then she can stay floating and then react to me dropping down or whatever, like she can play outside of the hitbox. So I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, what if I So what if instead of going in on beat one, right? What if I either empty hop or just do a short uh short hop up tilt? I mean not up tilt, short hop up air, just like trying to make her think I'm coming up, and then actually I see Salt do this thing sometimes where, of course they're really fast. So like what she does to throw off their reaction will be like she'll jump and then immediately go back into the stage. So like it's just it's a moment, but like they react to it and then she plays off of that reaction, and like I think that's really cool. But yeah. So anyway, I'm a little scatterbrained, but floaties are still a pain in the ass, and I'd like to continue my exploration, I guess.
Sure. I've
Yeah.
actually been coming up with, because I've been kind of on breaks too and such, like with like from actually playing. I have been tinkering with Uncle Punch to find ways to like practice more effectively when I am on my own. Would you like to see any of it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you can see my screen, right?
It's coming up.
Alrighty, let me know.
Yeah, I can. Yep.
So, I've been tinkering around with Uncle Punch, and I found out that they have color overlays, which are super, super handy. As
Okay.
you notice, I have made Captain Falcon blue. I'm going to make him not blue for a second, just so you can kind of see what we have going on here. So, I feel like with fast falling, the on-screen with fast fallings, dashing, like when we're doing dash jumps, when we're trying to like hit our L cancels and such, a lot of those, like I think the on-screen display for L cancel is really good because it gives you information about your timing. But I think that for the other ones, like it's kind of like you'll notice that he's turning white after I'm dashing for a while. Well, that's because he's entered run. So if like we're trying to learn when we can run when we can do dash cancels, like run, which is crouching when you crouching out of run. You know, like if we're using the on-screen displays, there isn't really anyone for that because they just don't have that. It doesn't really lend itself to like something that happens. Like it doesn't really lend itself to something that happens with a variable at a variable rate, like with dash, like the dash to run transition. The other cool thing is that like it also provides visual confirmation of like when you've like used a dash jump, for example. So you see how there's a green flash. But, like, if I do jump forward, like this, it doesn't do that. So that's how I know what type of, like... That's how I know what type of jump I've done, basically. He's also turning...
That's really cool, okay.
So then the other cool thing is that, like, red... I've set red... I'm going to make it yellow, actually, for simple... Just so it stands out more. The yellow can fast fall.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so it, like, gives you, like, a visual cue. So you kind of see where you are in like his various jumps, without having to rely on something at like, because I find that with the on-screen displays with fast fall timing and stuff, like we kind of like we get the information, but we get it afterwards. Whereas with this, we can kind of like watch and memorize like, what does it look like? Okay, so what part of the animation does he actually have the ability to fast fall, and then like how long is that? And once you internalize that, then it's like a lot easier.
Yeah, I have noticed, like, it is so hard to be consistently, like, doing it, just all the things, you know, lagless, and it's so deep. So, like, this, I like this because it's like, I'm not reading a number, I just see it.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
And blue is actionable.
Yeah, wow.
Woo!
Humans come up with some pretty cool tools, huh?
Yeah.
Like that shit.
Yeah, but like you see like it's like it kind of like gives you real-time information. So like we'll know that like if we're trying to get our aerial out, and like the thing is like we know that if our aerial is trying to come out as soon as we can, like we probably want to have Falcon, like if we were doing a dash jump knee, we know that we want to do the knee probably pretty quickly because it's kind of an aerial, it's a slow aerial, right? So makes sense that we're not going to be blue for all that long while we're airborne. But if we're doing something like a delay up air, it's okay for it to be this because like the move is quicker. Like depending on how we do our up air, if we're trying to do like those double jump, like the ones we can jump out of, we have to have them be pretty immediate. But like if we want to do like a delayed one, kind of like to cover our front, then we don't.
Yeah.
So yeah. Woo! So, like, I would say, like, good ones to get to know. Actionable is okay, but, like, it's not the most important. Like, actionable isn't okay, but what's even more important, I'd say, is, like, fast fall. Dash, run. If I can fast fall, dash, and run. I would also say... I actually do like the L cancel OSD, just because it gives you information on the timing.
Right. So you can try to get in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas, like, just missing it I don't think is, like, terribly communicative. What else has been useful? Well, if you're learning combos, I'd say setting the opponent... On this one, you'd have to set it to the opponent, but if you wanted to know how long the opponent is in stun for, what you could do is something like... this. Because
that was the hit stun one?
Yep.
Or... Okay.
Hit stun.
Writing these down so I can...
Yeah. But with that one, you have to set it to the CPU color overlay.
Yeah, I divided them. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I find that like this helps me like move, like this helps me like learn how to move like a lot better in some ways, just because. Yeah, I find that like when I'm just like when I'm trying to like get back into like the swing of things. After not playing personally because I'm playing Pocket or whatever, or like just busy with other stuff, this gives me this. It's just handy. I also say wave dash. I'd say wave dash info is also kind of useful because again, it gives you specifics. But like, because it gives you like, because these ones are. I know that these ones are slow. I could make these faster. There. Yeah, but like it also tells you if you like short hopped it or not, and like,
so
yeah.
That part's hard for me. Short hopping my wave dashes, and that's another reason I feel like I will hop a lot for no reason is because I missed a wave dash, and it'll be a full jump, so it's like a lot more punishing too. I've tried because I know it's better to like instill better habits, but I've tried doing short hop wave dashes, and it's just when I'm in the middle of everything, it's so hard to like focus my. You know, it takes too much brain power to like try to let go as fast as possible.
Sure.
Button, you know.
So like, so question for you. Can you open the game for me?
Sure.
Okay, and then I'm gonna ask you to share your screen.
Okay. Cool. I recently upgraded to an SSD, so things are running way better.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Uncle Punch. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna ask you to go into just like training lab with the Wave Dash OSD on. Mm-hmm.
Application. This one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay, so once this loads, let me see. It's taking a bit of time to come through, that's alright.
I'm in one, so...
Perfect. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to, like, look at Captain Falcon as he is doing, as he's doing his, like, wave dash. And I want you to, like, look at his... I just want you to look at his jump squat while it's happening. Like, look at, like, just do a jump. And I want you to just, like, look at the kind of, like, motion he makes when he, like, leaves the ground. You see, like, how he actually hunches down a bit?
Yeah.
So I want you to try to, like, just do, like, press that and, like, just try to, like, watch, like, pay attention to exactly when he takes off. And then try to, like, just time your jumps according to that.
So exactly when he takes off, okay.
So, like, just try to make sure your finger's off the button when he takes off.
I think I do them in a very like kind of mashy, safe way that I've figured out, and it's hard to kind of. But yeah, I'm gonna try.
So why do you think I'm having you do this?
Because it's probably better to use less effort pressing buttons, and because if it's a fundamental like movement, like a wave dash or something,
mm-hmm.
if it has room for error, it's gonna come back to bite me.
Right, because we don't want to be pressing. We don't want to be pressing like. We don't want to be wasting. Like, it's really hard to mash at 60 frames. Like, it's really hard to mash at like 30 frames. Like at 30 inputs a second.
Yeah.
So like. We're almost guaranteed to have because like I'm seeing how different the numbers are, and I bet if you're doing a mashy method, it's probably really hard to have them be consistent because it's just like we don't have much precision with that method. So what I'm suggesting is like let's try to like actually learn how long a wave dash, like how long our jump squat is. And then, like, structure it off that. Because you're going to need to know how long your jump squat is for everything you do. Like, whether it's an aerial, whether it's wave dashing, whether it's JC grabbing, like, it comes up in basically everything in some capacity.
It's human info, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is it this one?
I think you have an older version of Uncle Punch.
Yeah, I think I might. Okay. Because yours did look different.
Let me see here. Let me see what you got. General. Oh, human color overlays. I see them.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, so we can just toggle them here.
So,
let's not worry about misstyle cancel because like that one. Let's do dash, and we'll do dash. We will do run. We'll make run white, and then we'll do can fast fall to yellow.
all right.
Yeah, and then just try doing some aerials, and see how you can just try to get the feel of like different aerials when you do them.
Oh wait. Okay, now I see it. Okay. So that's can fast fall. And these are okay.
So you'll notice, like try to do your aerial as soon as possible. Like try to do your nair as soon as possible, and try to get the fast fall, because like that is like one of the most important moves that you have. So now we're definitely missing the L cancel. So okay, that was good. Try to have your L cancel after your fast fall.
Okay.
So we're not changing anything about like the nair, the nair. We're just doing the L cancel later. These are good.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting the feeling for that. Yeah.
I think we're sometimes not having the second kick come out. Let's just check something on my end about like his nair, just to make sure that we can actually get both hits out on that.
Yeah.
Okay, but you keep doing your thing, and if you have any questions, like this is a good time to ask.
Okay. Yeah, some of these I'm not hitting as soon as I can. Pretty good at getting the auto cancel out for the up air, but for some other moves it's kind of tricky.
Okay. So like what moves would be tricky?
So let me think.
Because some of them you can't get them out.
Yeah, like a knee. I don't think you can, right?
Knee and stomp, no.
Okay. So, but you can with nair.
Nair definitely not.
It's too long.
Yeah, like his short hop airtime is 31 frames, and the second hit of his nair. Oh wow, that's actually really interesting. So you don't actually really have to like fast fall your nair if you don't want to. If you do it super fast, that's really fascinating. I've always wondered about that because it always feels like they're not fast falling it, but apparently, like yeah, according to the data, which makes sense, his second the second hit of his nair is out like. Yeah, is just wow. That's almost perfect. That's crazy.
It's just like a perfect window to L cancel it right after it just naturally happens, or what?
So what happens is like here, like if you look at my screen. So here we'll do this frame by frame just for funsies. So what happens here is, and I'm learning something too here. We'll make Ganon good. We'll go a little bit away from Ganon. So
One sec. I'm stuck on mine. Okay, I see. I'm there.
Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm having us do like an early nair, like immediate nair basically. And what I'm noticing is that if you do like a perfect like gravity nair, like perfect like nair out as soon as possible, it just lines up with his short hop like perfectly. And even if you're a frame off, like here. So we won't do it on the first airborne frame, but we'll do it on the second one, so it goes like the full. It's still out for like basically all of it.
Yeah. that's it. that is, yeah.
Now there's still reasons to fast fall it, but like what I would say here is I from looking at that, I'd say we almost never want to fast fall his nair perfectly.
Because it's out as you come down.
Yeah.
Which is terrible to run into.
Yeah. So like we can make it hit lower, which is like the utility of fast falling his nair from the looks of it is that we can make it hit lower. See like how we drag the hitbox lower with that? Like we can kind of make it like hit in like in a lower area compared to like here, cuz like this is hitting pretty high. Like if we don't fast fall it hits pretty high. But I'm thinking that, like, it actually looks like it's more of, like, on a needs... the fast fall is more on a do we need it basis. It's not really needed, like, do we need it for, like, efficiency purposes or coverage purposes? You don't actually have to do it.
Okay.
Which is, like, fascinating to me.
Yeah, that also, you know, I can easily see myself getting mixed up, like mixing, you know, doing, oh, I'm about to nair, oops, I fast-falled it because I was, you know, thinking it was a stomp or, you know, whatever. Like, I feel like it's all just a practice thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, I do feel like I'll probably end up accidentally, you know, let me feel it out again, because
I mean, if you do fast fall, it doesn't look like it's the end of the world. Like, it still comes out. Yeah. If you do it quickly, it comes out anyway.
I think the L cancel is hard for me for some reason.
It's because it's a 2-hit. So it's hard because the window is smaller. Because the window is smaller. Is trickier because you are in the air longer. So, like, when you're doing it with a fast fall, the fast fall is shrinking the amount of airborne time you have, right? So, like, it's kind of like standardizing it. So with Nair, I'd say L cancel when you see it. L cancel with the second hit.
Okay. And another thing with Nair, well, I guess any move, is when you have to delay it a little bit because you're gonna get a hit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that makes it. It's. I don't know. It's a good game because it's like nothing is ever the same twice. Positioning, you know, the exact way you, like, I don't know. Like, there's just so many dimensions to it. Yeah. So okay, so.
Try fast fall. Like, try doing the fast fall right as you see the second leg coming out. Like, right as the second leg comes out. Try doing the fast fall then, and do the L cancel together.
Okay.
So yeah, there we go.
That doesn't feel too bad.
Yeah, because I'm looking at his data, and it's like the earliest fast fall he can do is on 17, and his second hit of Nair comes out on 20. So, like, the two of them should always coordinate at least to some degree. So you should always like for his Nair specifically, it's just like when the second hit comes out, that is a valid time you can do it. You can technically do it a little bit before that, but like to get you started, I think I think that makes sense.
So another thing is, I guess. Another thing I've been noticing in my replays is, like, sometimes I'll, like, approach someone and just not make a decision quickly enough. So, like, I'll be like dash dancing here, right? And they'll come in and I'll just let them hit me, even though I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And I maybe it's a reaction thing, and I'm just not, like, backing up soon enough, you know, or whatever, or, like, putting out a move or walling or something, but. Maybe it's because, like, I don't know my spots that well. Like, okay, maybe here I need to wall, and maybe here I need to start, you know, go for a grab or whatever. I guess, like, it's because I don't know my spots that well, and that's another research thing I can do on my own. But I guess I wonder if you have any, like, neutral advice regarding, like, I don't know. I guess I struggle to, like, separate in my brain. Now's the time to wall, and now's the time to, you know, overshoot, or now's the time to, you know. And I understand the concept. I understand that undershooting is like against someone coming in, you know, into your space, and you know, overshooting is when you think they're gonna full DI out or whatever, depending on the situation. But yeah, it's like kind of hard for me in the middle of it to be like, okay, now I back up and wall because I went too far, you know. It's hard for me to, like,
so you have interesting. So no, this is good. So my question here would be, why is dash dancing the Trying to think of how to ask this. So why would dash dance... You like watching Salt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Salt, Falcon. So, like, something I'm gonna... Let's pull up one of her matches, because I want us to look at this together, because I think this would be good. Who's someone really difficult for her? Let's look at her versus... let's look at her versus Plup.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I was gonna say, like, Hungry Box or something, but...
One of the
So let me bring this up, and I will share my screen, and we will lower the volume so we don't blow our eardrums out. So like one thing I want us to like keep in mind is that like part of what makes Falcon so good. You can see what's going on, right?
It's loading.
Okay.
I think I'm about to. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Here it is. Yep.
Great. We're gonna watch their game on FD, so it's a little simpler. Because we want something that communicates the ideas clearly. So, my question is like, why is our default like we'll get through Plup's cutscene combo? Why is the default like that we're dash dancing? So like there it may like so there's dash dancing for sure, but like then when Plup enters the space, so like I would say that like. So actually, you know what? Let's actually focus on the dash dancing. This is good. So in this situation, Plup is at pretty low %. It's gonna be hard to like really like do anything to Plup. So I think that like it makes a lot of sense for Salt to be dash dancing here. Like I think this is good form. And then I think this stomp is good because it's like in a move that like doesn't really give Plup much to work with in terms of a counter hit opportunities. And yeah, like it's a solid attack, especially at low %. Now, then we got a bit of a cutscene combo here, and I'm pretty sure this is a kill. Oh,
that was a me combo. Missing the last.
Yeah. So here she's keeping her distance pretty well. So what do you notice about like the distance that she's keeping? Like if you had like let's scroll back a bit. So, like, as Salt is moving this distance, does it look like Plup can, like, easily hit her? Ignoring the jab, of course.
Yeah, it looked pretty tough. Because, I mean... Yeah, like
it's always like this, it's always like about this...
Yeah.
It's always like about this much space that she's keeping between her.
And I don't know if this is insightful or not, but like I feel like at that distance, if she jumps in needles in place or something, you can move in to catch the landing, or you can, yeah, because the needle's going at an angle. Not that that's what's going on, but I just think that's
part of it.
I like distance for that because you can react to that. Yeah.
No, that's like absolutely. That is absolutely part of it. So like this is where Falcon is based. Like I always go by the middle of like where the character model is. So like this is roughly where Falcon is, and this would be like roughly where Sheik is. And it's like with them at this alignment with each other, there's nothing really that like Sheik's forward tilt hits where like probably out to here, kind of like that. And then her dash attack kind of like would hit over here, but again like Plup could like. Sorry, Salt could just keep moving away from Plup, so like this isn't terribly threatening. Her short hop forward air hits about this area if she comes forward with it, so like this is fine because she would jump forwards to do it. There's not a whole lot Plup can really do directly to contest this, can she? No, can he?
Right.
Yeah, because like the jump motion Sheik makes it sort of like this, but it doesn't really cover where like. But Salt can just keep backing up, so she's not really in any danger. So I would say, like, there's kind of, like... If we had to say, like, where Salt is, she's just outside Sheik's, like, main threat range, right? Like, she's a little bit further... Like, she's... Because remember, this is a dash dance, so Salt isn't just moving in, like, one spot. Like, she's not just, like, here. She's technically moving kind of, like, between this point and this point.
Yeah.
So, like, it's really this point that's, like... So this is this is where her, like, so the edge of her dash dance, like here, is where she's out, is what determines that she's outside of Plup's threat zone.
Yeah.
Because, like, she's really operating within this kind of window.
Which is kind of, it's kind of shifting as Plup moves toward her. She's kind of trying to, like, maintain that zone.
Ah, you caught that! Yes! Absolutely! Absolutely she is doing that, because... Plup is very, very good at this game, and is keenly aware that, like, Salt is like that. Salt doesn't want to like deal with Sheik's incredible buttons. So Plup is trying to like move forward like this much, and then what is Salt doing? She's moving away this much. Like she's shifting like the center, like if this is the focal point of her dash dance, as Plup advances, she is moving it over here. An equal amount, or like a roughly equal amount.
Interesting.
So let's back up a bit, because I think that this is this is an instructional moment. Let's go back to this to what happened over here where she got the hit. So what happened here?
She moved that zone all the way. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, she just moved that zone until he did a move, and then she moved in and stomped it, right?
I don't think Plup actually did a move. I think that Plup moved forward.
Oh, okay. I thought he jabbed or something there. Okay.
That would have been very Plup-like. That would have been very Plup-esque to do, but no, he walked forward. And like a Sheik representing walk, I can totally see it. But no, he didn't push a button. What happened here, though, I think so let's describe it, though. So she's established the same spacing that we saw earlier, but she's run out of room. So Plup did what? Did he stay at the spacing, or did he change it in some way?
He changed it.
Right, and he changed it how? What did he do?
He moved in.
Yeah, he entered her zone.
Yeah, and
so then
she said, "Don't do that."
And then she said, "Absolutely not." Absolutely not. I'm not, like, get out of here. So you were saying that you don't know when you're supposed to attack people. I'm saying that I would say that this is a time where it's quite good to do that when they enter your space.
I guess one reason it's hard is focus a lot of the time. This is a very focus heavy game. I sometimes struggle to get with my ADHD, really into it. So what I'll do normally, if I decide I want to play melee, I'll always open Uncle Punch first, because in historically, if I try to jump into unranked first, I'll just not be able to move at all, and I'll get beat up. So I gotta warm myself up. So I do that. If I feel like playing people, I will, but sometimes I'll just try to lab or whatever, But what was the point of me saying this? I forgot.
You said it's hard. You said part of the struggle we were talking about how to know.
Focus.
Yeah.
Is focus. Yeah. So I have this ability to lock in and do well, but I cannot control how long that lasts.
No one can.
Okay. So I am human. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's something I'm trying to strengthen, and through mindfulness practices and things, therapy things, I feel like it helps a lot, and controlling my nervous system and things like that. I do find myself playing really bad when I get overstimulated, so I need to take a break. But yeah, so basically I'll hit a wall, and that's when I need to take a break, because I cannot focus anymore.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So have we hit a wall?
No. Right now, no. I think I'm good right now. I'm just saying, in the middle of a game, sometimes I'll be playing well, and then I'll just lose it, and it's almost like I just. So we're talking about maintaining that spacing, right? Keeping my zone, and if they enter it, being ready for that. Predicting if they come in, I'll short hop and try to get whatever. Trying to predict something. it's very hard for me sometimes in the moment because am I focused or not? That's, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it's very mid-set, mid-game sometimes, and I get very easily distracted. So I'm still working on tools for that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard to like maintain the level of focus that I need to actually be able to keep my zone and like react to things.
So there's
like
more.
that.
Well, so one thing I would say that can help you is just like it's not always about just like keeping your distance. Like something here I want to point out about like her versus Sunsei here is that like she's taking a much more active role. There's a lot more. I feel like there's a lot more activity going on versus him, just because that's like kind of the nature of the matchup. Like Sheik Falcon is like, because they're both like very surgical characters, or can be. They're, the way the fighting works is appropriately like very precise. But against Fox, who's like a little bit more who's a little bit more rambunctious at times. You see, like, I feel like what she's doing is like probably looks a lot more like standard combat. So like what we're gonna see here from Falcon is we're gonna see like just like kind of like covering options with his like powerful moves. We're gonna see her using his tools to keep Sunsei at bay. Like this is what I'd say like is a common thing. So like here, like let's look at this spacing here. Sunsei defends well out of this combo. So we have like, let's look at like the dash spacing that they're keeping from each other. So we have this. We have this. We have this. Backs up. And let's see where she goes to. So she goes like a pretty far distance away. What would you say? Would you say that Fox is able to hit her from here?
He could. No, I mean not really. I think he could maybe go for a jump in nair, but not. He wouldn't quite make it. Maybe a full dash jump. I don't know. But she also crouches, which
is actually a jump squat.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. So she's putting on a nair. Okay.
Yeah, so like this is a dash, and then this it's on this frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then airborne.
Okay.
So like
okay.
And like she's doing it mainly in place, right? So like that's another key thing. So like the big thing here, I would say, is in this situation, what she's done is she's moved her dash dance like this is really like the amount of space. This is the space that separates her and Sunsei. Like this is like how far they are from each other. So I would say like Sunsei's approaching nair goes to about how far? Probably about like here. I don't think it quite. I don't think that he quite makes it to her if he like just immediately dash jump nairs.
Okay.
So this like, sorry, go ahead.
You said approaching nair. Does that mean short hop nair exclusively?
Yeah, because I don't really think that like, because the thing about full hop nair is that like it's gonna go all the way up and then he has to come down. He's not hitting her with the beginning of the action.
Okay.
So like there's gonna be time for her like. Fox's full hop is going... If Fox full hops, she's going to have enough time to, like, kind of change her mind after the play.
Okay.
Or, I don't think Fox is going to be able to hit her with full hop nair, just because he's hitting her on the way down. And it's, like, has this, like, long wind-up in front of it, right?
Yeah.
So I think that, like, what'll happen if he does this is that she's going to land and then dash away from it. And Sunsei might get a little bit of advantage out of that, but he's not going to get a hit. So, like, knowing that she's outside of his nair range, what Salt is doing is that she's setting up a wall, essentially. Like, she's moving to about here, and then she's putting out her own hitbox wall in front of it. Like, basically... Yeah.
Sunsei like just entered this space too. He just dropped from that platform, and immediately she's already backed up, turned around, and then put out a big nair in that big space, in that space right there. So yeah, I like that because it's like you're here now, and this is my battleground.
Yeah, it's an undershoot. She's like set up. She's marking her territory, and then she like covers because like this is exactly kind of the dynamic that we were talking about. So because you're like, what about full hop nair? Well, what about full hop nair?
Threatens it, yeah.
Yeah. So like the two of them are, and I like that when she makes the mistake with the gentleman, she just takes the damage and is like whatever. Like we messed up, but like I'm still gonna get like the extra 6 damage out of this because like I'm gonna get hit anyway. Like
that's one thing I think I'm pretty bad at is like, oh, oops, I gentleman, time to hold down, and like I don't recognize it in time or something. It just like good DI things.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can see like the reason I would kind of grab this match instead of the other one is because you can see that there's like a lot of what Falcon does in neutral. It's not just like a lot of it is like guarding spaces that creating like guarding his space. Look at how far forward she moves out after this back air. Like so she like back like a lot of Falcon is like you'll do an aerial, you'll move to a spot where you have the room to do another aerial, and then you'll just do it.
That was a great pivot.
Yeah.
So I think it had some movement on it.
Yeah, she had drift forward on it.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy. But like I said, like that's not fast fall. You can tell that too.
Yeah.
So I would say like this movement, like this back air on shield into this like dash. But the thing is, like even if she had like done a small dash forward and just like cut the momentum or something, like cut the momentum by like not having the stick held forward when she jumped, like that would still be a perfectly fine like nair to do in that spot. I don't know if it would be quite as good as the one she did, but like it's like still a very serviceable nair. So like you don't have to be you don't have to be perfect, and like also like these back airs like. Comes down with up air, back air. Comes down with another back air, up air. Like, a lot of it is just, like, once she's in a good spot, she just kind of, like, holds it and forces him to work around it.
Yeah.
It's really easy to approach too far with Falcon. So I think, like, one of the things that, like, she and Wizrobe have in common, which I don't think it's a coincidence that those two are the best Falcons, they have a lot of discipline about holding space when it's necessary to do so.
That's the thing. Threading the needle. No, like keeping the space between the two extremes, like working with that space is the hardest part for me, because it's like I'm either going for the combo or I'm backing off, and it's very hard to like go in and out quickly.
Yeah, so like they kind of like what they kind of do is they kind of like the part of how they solve that problem is they just don't go in at all sometimes. And I'm not saying that they do it for extended periods, but like yeah, like as we saw there, like she full hop back like here, let's watch it again. She like full hop back aired in place until like to get this kill, she basically just did a bunch of walling aerials. See what I mean? Boom, boom. Heck, I'm pretty sure there was one in front of it. Like gets us up B. Comes off the platform to, like, take the space. Boom. Like, that's an up air. Back air in place. Up air around... No, back air around him. Falling up air. Like... Yeah. And the thing is, what's really great about these aerials is because they're strong and she's, like, doing them low, if Sunsei rushes in and, like, shields any of them, they're all perfectly fine on shield.
They're all perfectly fine on shield. Okay.
Like, if Sunsei shields... Like, if Sunsei shields that up air, do you think he can do anything about it?
Right. Yeah, so, like, is that... So, the difference between me and Salt, I mean, is... There's a difference. So, What am I doing? What makes... I'm trying to think, like, what makes my aerials... My walling aerials... not... effective. And I mean, you know, I know it's not being able to recall all these moves so quickly in my brain as well, you know, but like
show me a full hop back here. No, show me like okay, so like go to a stage where you're not going to accidentally land on top platform, like go to like FD or something. Or actually no, actually just get between the two side platform, the side and top platform.
Okay.
Show me a full hop back air into falling up air. Get back air out sooner. Great. Because, like, we want the ability to fast fall that up air.
That's not so hard. Okay.
Are you using, like, turn input display on? So, pause, general. Yep. Input display. Perfect. Yep, no, we're good. Yep, input display human. Excellent. So try to have your back air come out, like, you see, remember how we were, like, looking at his jump squat? Try to have the back air come out right when his jump squat ends. So, like, we're going fast.
Okay, I'm gonna do this then. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to put that much drift on it. Hold on. Let me finesse this for a second. Just get the feeling of it.
You can do it on the top platform, too, if that's easier. Like, on a platform, too, that's fine.
So, and then up there. Oh, I reverted. I reverted. Okay.
That looks good. Okay, now here's my next one. I want you to short hop up. I want you to short hop and then fast fall falling up air.
Okay.
So like we're delaying. So we're delaying it. So like let's turn fighter collision on for this, so we can make sure that we're getting hitboxes out. We will lose some of our overlays for this, but that's okay. That looks good. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now drift back while doing that.
Oops. Okay.
So we're missing the fast fall now. It's okay. Like remember, it's going to be a little different. There we go. Okay, those look good. Those look good. And now let's do. Show me an auto cancel. Like show me like a dash away, like face cannon. Dash away and then like short hop back towards him and like back air, like and then back air.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try. So. Okay. So are you saying like? Okay. Like,
Yeah. That's perfect. So now what we're gonna do is instead of like dashing to, and once we're airborne. We're still gonna go towards him, but we're gonna let go of the stick once we're kind of like back flipping towards him, so that we don't have so much momentum.
Okay, what was the first part again?
So dash away and then back flip towards him, back air. But we're gonna let go of the stick. We're gonna let go of the stick so that we we're gonna try to do a very small back air. Yeah, like a very small drift. Yeah, like that one was perfect. We want the back air to come out a little sooner. We want the back air to be started before we're at the peak of our jump.
Okay. I guess like I just haven't ever thought to like. I mean, I've probably just been lazy about it, but like. You know,
not lazy, just didn't know.
When am I like letting go of the stick again?
So let me look at your input very carefully. So after we are airborne, that's when we let go of the stick.
Okay, let me. Okay.
Because you see how you're moving in very minimal distance now.
Yeah.
So now because now what we can do is here. Let's just make a save state here. Perfect. And then what we'll do is no, we don't have to do it here. We can just use left on. We'll use right on the D-pad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay. And then left is reset.
Yeah.
And do what?
Yeah. Just do the back air again.
Oh yeah.
So you can see like how you let's do it, yeah, and then we'll do it the other side. We'll do it the other side now. So like move him next to you, so down, and then we'll save here.
Oops.
Yeah, and now we'll try it the other way. It'll probably be a little hard. It'll probably be a little different.
Yeah. It usually takes me a little bit.
This is just one player syndrome. It's like very normal. Yeah. Everyone has it. Everyone has a good side. Yeah, you can see how like this is useful for like moving a controlled distance, and then like because like people want to come. The thing about Falcon is people want to come into his space because like his superpowers are like powerful mid-range moves, High priority stuff when you're at kind of like arm's length with him. He's really fast. He's got a great grab. His throw stuff is devastating. He's like got great drift. So people really want to like be able to be close enough so they can either stuff him or cut off where he wants to go. So like being able to retreat and then move in with a controlled spacing is like super valuable to him, because like it allows him to meet people as they try to as they try to encroach on him.
And it would probably stop me from doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
I mean, well, when it's a bad idea, or like shit like that.
Yeah, because like this gives you a way to space more effectively. There was one nair that she did where she like dashed away then dashed back in, not the pivot one, but like one that was like a little bit further back. So like what she did was like she dashed away like a good amount, maybe like to the middle, like so from where you were. Yeah, where was our save state? Let's do left on the D-pad.
Oh shit.
No, it's fine. Bring him down. Save here. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dash We're gonna dash at least to the underneath the middle of the right side platform. So we're gonna dash there, and then we're gonna jump back towards him. But like we're gonna let go of the stick during our jump squat. So like again, so the idea here is that like when we dash jump towards him, we're letting go of the stick so that like really soon, so that we don't go very far forward, and then we're gonna nair.
So I'm turning around and nairing at him?
Yeah.
Okay. And try to let go and my jump squat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oops. Okay.
You had the yeah. That was great. That was great.
Oops. Okay. Okay, hold on.
So we need to make sure that we get our dash. So a little too far.
Okay.
The problem is you're jumping on the turn frame. You need the turn to happen. You need to turn. Yeah, there we go. That was better. And now we're just holding the stick forward too long. That was much better.
Okay.
That was perfect. That one was perfect.
Awesome. Okay, I get it now.
And you can
That's what she did against Sunsei, kind of.
Yeah, that is the one of the nairs she did versus Sunsei. She also had a pivot, but I'm not going to make you learn. I'm not going to have you like practice that yet.
I did one.
You did one. Yeah, that's two.
Oh.
Yeah. See?
Okay, you can ask me to learn them if you want.
But yeah, so I know we've like focused a lot on technique today, but like, do you see like do you see
there's a lot of relevant technique I still like am looking for. So yeah, it's very helpful at this moment. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good though.
More of the these.
Yeah, because like you see how like the whole thing about Falcon, as we can see from watching Salt, is that like the ability to control space, like the ability, like you really, it's so easy to Falcon is hard to play in terms of execution because it's so easy to overdo it with him. Because he's so fast and his drift is so immense and he has such great air speed and air acceleration and a really long dash length. It's so easy to accidentally go far with him. And I think that's why discipline and precision are really like the two skills that that we see shine time and time again, regardless of who the best Falcon player is. Like it's almost never like the crazy Falcon that's the best. Like the crazy Falcon always gets into the highlight reels, but it's never the Silent Spectre that's the best Falcon. It's always the Dark Rain, or it's always the Salt. It's always the like Wizrobe or like Hacks, you know? So it's like because like as cool as like S2J and none are, like they're just a little too unwieldy. Like they're sick, and they, you know what? And so, I'm not, and you know what? Like Hacks is never. Hacks never hits the Falcon punches, but like he wins.
Yeah. I feel like they also probably get more or less like what they want out of the game, and which is like community and like, you know, being amazing at something after all these years. Like that's so cool. Like I love the legacy players a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What was that golden angle? I don't know if you saw that. It was 29.4 or something, and it was gold. The wave dash.
Oh, so that just means that that means that you just had a gentler angle. So like the green ones are the really long ones, And then, like, so, like, it's green, white means short in wave dash, yellow means medium, and then green means long.
Oh, okay. So yellow isn't gold. It's not perfect. It's just medium.
It's an indicator for length.
Okay.
And, like, the thing is, with characters like Falcon, Falcon is already pretty good at moving big distances, so usually it's, like, depending on your character, you might not necessarily, like, one thing I want to be clear about is, like, green does not mean good. It can mean good, but it does not intrinsically mean good, because for characters like like for Sheik, for example, Sheik doesn't really do super long wave dashes all that often, believe it or not. A lot of times, her wave dashes are actually medium length, and they're medium length for a reason. It's because that's about how far her forward tilt goes. So what she's trying to, so what she's trying to do in a lot of those situations is, like, space herself with her wave dash to, like, to keep people within the range of certain tools. So she doesn't actually want to move max distance away from people a lot of the time. For someone like Peach, who's super slow, you know, that's different, because she needs all the help she can get moving quickly. Yeah. But like, for characters like Sheik and Captain Falcon and Marth, like, I'm not saying that wave dashing, doing long wave dashes with them is intrinsically bad. Sometimes it's very important, especially when you're escaping pressure. But, like, often, in neutral, or for tech chase setups, like, you actually want the short ones. So it's like, like the right tool for the right job kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna also work on some horizontal drifting stuff, because that's kind of exciting. And pivots.
Your movement looks better. I like, even just like from like today, like I'm seeing what you're doing, like with your fastballs and stuff, and it like,
yeah.
The one thing I would say is, like, the one tip I would have, and I'm actually gonna write this down in the takeaways, because, like, I think this is an important one. The turn frame and the jump frame do conflict. So, like, when you're doing dash dancing, like, technique, like, I
feel like I missed the turn a lot, or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when dash dancing into aerials, bracket especially the turn frame and jump frame cannot overlap. Try to find when you can jump after turn with precision.
Fine.
Mm-hmm. Find? What do you mean?
No, I said fine.
Okay. Yeah, like, it's not my choice. It's a rule of the game. Like, you know? So that's... I think the other big thing, like, one big thing, because we are kind of coming up on time, but one big thing I think we went over was, like, one player practice, or, like, it's really more like warm-up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, so I'm going to say warming up more...
Increasing my quality of warm-up, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call it warming up more effectively, and then, like, what we'll say is, like, you know, using the color overlays, L cancel and wave dash information, you know, info OSDs, and practicing the motions we saw in Salt versus Plup, and Salt versus Sunsei. As a fun experiment, like, let's actually do a quick save state together so we can kind of, like, practice something. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring Ganon down to the ground, and we're going to walk him to the corner. Like, just bring him to the corner, actually. Yeah. And then we're just going to need to, like, perfect. Now we're going to pause, and we're going to save here, so save state here. Yeah, and then what we're going to do is, this is going to be we're going to take control of him. So we're going to go down to CPU mode record, and we're just going to have him walk forward across the stage.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Like so?
Yeah.
Alright.
And then we're going to pause, and we're going to go playback. And we're going to practice doing that dash dance motion that Salt was doing to maintain the space.
Is it auto restore?
No. Just when you unpause it, he'll do it.
Okay. Oops.
No, that's okay. Like now.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you have a point.
Try flicking the stick a little bit, sort of. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But you see, like, how, like, and when he gets to the end, we're gonna do the stomp that she did. That goes through him, sort of.
Okay.
But you see, like, how this can be an effective way to, like, practice controlling or moving in a controlled distance with a dash dance.
You said run off the stage and die, right?
That is, in fact, what I said. No, I said short hop dare. You could also back air him if that's easier. Like, do the back air we were practicing out of the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get away from me, you.
But you can, like, so, is this a useful drill?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be able to do these soon. I hope.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Yeah, this gives me a lot of actionable stuff. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. Because I was kind of like, man, I'm figuring out how to do these like different jumps, like jump back knee and stuff to trick people, and I'm learning my spots better. But I was still like getting my ass kicked by some people that were like, I don't know, like they, like it's like it didn't help in those games, like I wasn't able to play how I wanted to enough. So it's like having spacing tools and kind of a better framework, I guess, is helpful.
Yeah, for sure. And then so I'm gonna flag the two of the things like identified. So notable motions: dash away, jump back towards opponent, with short hop with short hop there. The other one would be dash away, dash back towards dash away, dash in. Bracket let go of then jump, like then short hop nair, and bracket let go of stick, or return stick to neutral during jump squat, to neutral during jump squat, to limit forward movement, and then the other one is dash dance, while moving away, like dash dance tightly while moving away from an advancing opponent. Yeah. So like those are like really key ones. The other one I would say is like and then like the full hop bear / up air to to falling bear / up air. Bracket, especially air, for best results. For added. Try to be able to fast fall the falling air, and then the last one is like short hop in place, fast fall descending air, because that's also like a really important footsie thing. Yeah. Falcon boxes out a lot of what Falcon does is box people out with his like powerful aerials and just kind of like negotiate space, like so he loses as little as he can. Another good thing to do out of that, like a dash dance as you reach the end, or as he closes space, is to like instead of try grabbing him, like dash JC grab him.
Okay. Oops.
Because that's another important way to like get to deal with someone who's coming towards you. Come in sooner.
I think it's when I'm like getting towards the edge. I think I like lose it a lot. I don't know.
Try do it. You don't have to do it right at the edge. Then come do it sooner. Yeah. Like do 3 or 4 reps and then exactly. You see what I mean? Doesn't have like it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be maximum difficulty right away. You can like pace yourself. In fact, I would encourage you to do so.
I'm stimming.
That's okay. That's okay. And yeah, I think that like general Falcon concept. I would say that like Falcon controls Falcon operates from in place positions a lot. When he's set up with a good aerial wall. Bracket refer to Salt versus Sunsei example. Full hop aerial wall example. We don't need to necessarily move with him all that much. If you're finding yourself unsure of when to protect your space, try it. That might be a cue that you need to change spots. Or that you need to experiment. You need to act within that spot to learn. In other words, like, make a decision. You can always like learn. You can always like reevaluate your decision later. But like, if you don't make the decision, then you'll never know.
Yeah. Make a save state and lab it out.
Exactly. And now that we know how to make save states a little bit more, this will help. I would say that, like, if you want more information about making save states, please feel free to, like, send questions my way. I'm not sure I'll be able to answer all of them in detail, but there are tons and tons of resources that if I can't, then I could definitely direct you to resources on how to do that. So, like, yeah, I won't leave you hanging. Sound good?
I appreciate it. I think I have some stuff, too. I'll look into it first. And if I'm a little lost, I'll hit you up.
Fantastic. I'm going to cut the recording.